Well, so this is a little bit of a update, I guess, to my rack mount gaming PC I'm going to be building for the office. And I'm going with this one here, which is the CX4150i. I'm a little bummed. They said for me to get a black front, it'd probably be 2 to 3 weeks of a wait. So I ended up going with a blue one, which, I mean, it looks nice, but it's not going to match the rest of my rack. And the reason I went with this case is because it gives me the ability to do 120 millimeter fans on the front. It gives me a 5 1/4 inch dry bay, which I'm going to put a laptop DVD burner and a card reader in that spot. Plus it gives me full height video cards that have power support. And with the length front to back, it'll let me put, I think it was up to 315 millimeter graphics card. Yeah, so 315 millimeter graphics card. And this will give me the ability to upgrade in the future as well. Let's see here. I'll pull up the Newegg listing they have. So this is a 15-inch depth, which is what their model number indicates basically. And in this sample photo, which I'm assuming was supplied by them, they have some fancy pants motherboard. They have a water cooler in the front with fans between the front grill and the radiator. And that's a 3080 FTW3 made by EVGA, which I believe was 300 millimeters. So this case is a little overkill for the system I'm building in it. But the nice thing about it is, if I ever do plan on going hardcore, this will be a solid rack mount case for that. Otherwise, they have some cool 3U offerings. I was honestly really tempted. Yes, let's see here. It's this one, the 3151i. I was almost tempted to get one of these, but the bummer with these is they use SFX power supplies. So I would have to buy a power supply, which I don't want to do since I already own working ATX power supplies. But yeah, this would have been cool. Also, it would limit me on how tall the cooler for the CPU is. But yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how that goes. But also on top of that, when I was talking to the sales rep, they mentioned that they are working on some 2U offerings and we're open to some input, which was kind of neat that they would listen to some random person like me. Whether it goes anywhere, I don't know, but I did do a little bit more thinking, and this is the drive layout I'd like to see on a 2U chassis, which, if they do one, I may end up buying one because this would be great for home. I eventually will be building an R720 for the house, but I don't want noisy PC. But yeah, this is what I've kind of determined between Artist Server and a few other people's feedback, what a dream layout would be for a 2U server. Spacing is probably not viable. I don't know. It would probably require some tweaking. But I think it'd be great to get 8 3.5-inch drives along the bottom. And then I feel like, in theory at least, you should be able to get 10 2.5-inch drives across the top. And yeah, this setup would be fantastic because it'd give you a ton of bulk drive storage for your bigger drives that are cheaper per terabyte. But then it also gives you space for high speed. But yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens with that. I don't know if what they'll end up doing, but now that I have a better plan in mind, part of me is wondering if I should try to figure out how to make this with my 3D printer, because it'd be pretty cool to have something like this for the house, because it'd give me what I need for storage without having to compromise on that front. We'll have to compromise on other stuff, because if I'm not running a Dell server, then I won't have iDRAC. But I may just sucker myself into running a super micro board, or just having no IPMI in general. But yeah, that's kind of where things are going. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully, I will be seeing my case in next week. I think my motherboard CPU should be in over the weekend. And then I ordered some memory from eBay that was close to what I wanted, because I wanted 32 gig for my PC. And then some of the other parts I already have on hand. I'm going to throw these Thermaltake fans in the front of the case. They're even RGB. They're nothing special, but it's just what I have loose. And I don't know what I'm doing for a power supply yet. Probably not this gem. This is just here for test fitting purposes. But I think I have some older Corsair 650 watt power supplies that'll be a good fit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm happy with this case I went with. From a layout standpoint and everything, it's fantastic, but I'm not sure quite yet how everything will go together. Looks like it should work out just fine, but yeah, so hopefully that update was interesting, and thanks for watching.